Got a little job to do over here in Robbins. Just gonna take a little drive through. See all the homes I could purchase for $5, like that one. That one's not bad. Any over here? This is the suburbs right south of Chicago. This isn't even really considered. This isn't considered Chicago. It's a whole different town. But it is touching Chicago. Touching. This is a boring ass block. There's nothing here. I don't know where to really look. I just know that it's a little bit. See, these are nice homes. There's some homes in here that have just been re-sided and re-roofed. Hold it for me. Have just been re-sided and re-roofed, but whoever lived in them last, like the person went through all that trouble to put new siding and a new roof and shit, and then it looked like one person lived in it, and they just destroyed it all over again. Wouldn't that suck? To re-side a fucking house and fix it up, and then have one tenant. Look at this thing; it's wide open.
Still don't look at the roof.
I'd fix that up. That one's actually not the worst. The door's wide open. This one been burnt down, but I don't know, Look at it. No, the roof collapsed. But that's gotta suck, man. Somebody actually, I saw this one house and it wasn't that bad. These homes are ancient. The doors are all open to them. Doors all open. Raccoons must love it over here to live. In all these homes and attics and shit. That's a very small house when it wasn't burnt. Look at that. Oh, if you want to come over here and get a bunch of free wood and siding and shit. I really doubt. Yeah, nobody lives here. There's a garage back there. Looks like we had a fire. This one's pretty fucked up. There's an old shack in the back. Free wood. There's one right here that looks occupied. Occupato. Look at this yellow thing. See, that's why I call it Alabama down here. Look at this house. I've never seen this one. I've been here. Oh, but that's little. Somebody still lives there. There's another tiny one across the street there. That one. But they put new siding on that one at least. You got your little bar over here. There's a lot of these little dives. And they're coming down one by one, like this one right here on the left. Look. See it, honey? There's a lot of those dives down here still that are still, functioning. Here's a big ass church. I just have a couple big churches. I guess I'll go down this block. Orange Crush Soda. Big ass Orange Crush Soda sign. It looks about 40 years old.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see that Orange Crush Soda sign? This is a pretty nice block, actually. I think I've been down all of these. Look at this old fucking car. That's nice. What is that? Thunderbird or something? I think it's nice. What is that, an Oldsmobile? Kind of right. Oh, there's a house that fell down in there. You could see it. There was a home right there. Maybe like 30 years ago. Here's what used to be probably a driveway or a block. It looks like it used to be an actual street. There's a boat. There's a fucking boat right there. Fucking boat in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's what. There's a lot of crazy shit down here, man. It's like a lost world. There's another one that. Look at this house, it just collapsed. I'll be damned. The motherfucker just caved in on itself. There's an old mattress in there. Somebody was like living in there and it just all collapsed on them. Possibly. And this is Y2G's right there. I don't know if that was like a club or bar or what it was. And we'll go straight, I guess. I think this is Monticello over here by Hamlin and shit. Look at that back window. They got all their trophies. And they got a basketball court in the back of their shit. See, some of these people have really big lots and they get their neighbors' lots because the house burned down. And, you know, it's not the worst. You can live here. This one's boarded up. Look at this thing. They got a venue. Come on here and party. See what I mean? It's this crazy, unique shit. Like, look at all this shit they got out here. It's just unique shit, you know? I should build something like that. They got a poker table? I should build something like that by the river. We'll start having parties and oh man. Alright, we're going home. Look at this old house. That's a fixer-upper. Somebody might actually live there. See, you get to build shacks here and nobody cares. I'll go really slow. Oh man. You know, look at that old siding. It's like old asphalt siding. Oh my god, I gotta go home. I need to start to feel motion sickness. Look at that old siding. I haven't seen that siding in a while. I don't know what it was supposed to resemble, like shale, like rock or what. You used to see that on a lot of city homes in Chicago. Back of the yards homes and like 42nd Street. But old stockyards. We'll keep on moving here. A lot of unique shit, man. A lot of shit you don't see nowhere else. Stop the car? Alright, I'll stop right here. I have to take a break from driving because we have to do that. When you have a pregnant woman and she says stop the car, you stop the car. So I'll just get out and look over here. I'm not gonna walk in there, or am I? But any raccoons home? Anybody home? It's made out of cinder blocks. It's pretty crazy. All this brush. This is how Chicago looks if you don't cut the trees down. They just fall down, and then the thorn bushes come and they get all, like, see straight there? The thorn bushes come. And you're not walking through that very easily. Nature reclaims everything, especially down here by this Calumet River. The river, for whatever reason, a river brings up all this mist. And the mist just soaks into the wood and soaks into the... Like, if you park your car in your backyard and you come out on a cold day, you will have a 1/4 inch thick ice from just whatever river mist. I guess this one's abandoned, this 2-story, because the back door's popped open. Oh, it's burnt. Yeah, they had a fire here. That was a fire. So, we're about to just go down to Busy Street and see what the Busy Street has to offer. Because this is kind of like, you know, town street. It looks like an old town. You feel like you're in Alabama down here. You're literally 15 minutes from Sears Tower, maybe 25 minutes. 25 minutes on the 57 there. About 25, 30 minutes tops if there's traffic. I think this is called Clare Boulevard. That's St. Louis Street, California Street. This one, look at this bitch. That's an abandoned apartment. The whole damn thing's abandoned. Tobacco and liquor store over here. I don't know if that's open though. Here, you want to hold this? Because I'm about to turn it off if you don't want to hold it. Just go out the front window. Just take it. Pictures of the busy street. That one's burned out up there. A lot of shit fucked up. I don't think this place is ever going to become like one of those towns where, what do they call it, gentrification and all that shit happens, and they come in and next thing you know you wish you bought some property because the shit skyrocketed in price. I don't see that happening here, but then again, this is right on the cusp of where that happens. So who knows, maybe 20 years they'll be building Walmarts. Because all this open area, if you go to other parts of Chicago where the Mexican people moved in, they're like the new middle class. They're like the new middle class. So they're just building what used to be vacant lots and just old fucking abandoned cars and shit. Over the course of like 3 years, became Sam's Club, Walmart, Target, mini malls next to big box stores. Mixed with like, phone stores, all that shit, And I couldn't believe it. What used to be just shrubs and bullshit is now, I guess it's because the Mexicans are, it's always in between the Mexican and the white neighborhoods as like a border, or it's like a I don't want to say buffer, but because then they get all the business from all the Mexicans going towards the stores, and then they get all the whites coming from the white neighborhoods, which isn't as much, because if they were building them stores for white customers, they would have built them 20 years ago. They're building all these stores because I'm telling you, the Mexicans are the middle class. They're the ones who want to go out and buy shit. I don't think white people are really. Whenever I go to them stores, I don't see white people, and there's white people that live there, but it's not white people. Isn't there like a Robbins project somewhere around here? There's some project. Oh look, there's a trailer park. What, go slow? Let me see. Alright, I'm going. But there's a project over here too. They got projects in the little neighborhood, but they're just like 3-story, like a gated community, and I think they got re-sided, or they got tuck pointed, so they look a little bit nicer. But they're pastel colors. They're these weird, ugly ass pastel colors. But yeah, there's definitely. When I saw all the big box stores, I was like, "What is this? Like the last gasp of capitalism?" Because everywhere else, let me see this. There's a big ass train thing over the river. Everywhere else you go, it looks like this. And I'm like, how the fuck are they building all these new Walmarts? And all these new Walmarts and all these new stores and shit. Like, how? Who's buying this shit? It isn't white people. And then I figured it out. It's all the people that want to spend money and want to live like the American lifestyle who came from Mexico. And all the Mexicans, I believe. Because they want to go buy, everybody wants to buy TVs, but whenever you go to Walmart, you see like 3 Mexicans buying giant TVs. They've become consumers, is my point. And then you got Old Western Avenue. This is called Old Western. It's like a little small town type shit feel to it. All these bridges and shit. There's just tons of bridges. This little boy died right here. It's so sad. There's a memorial. It's fucked up. But I'm gonna cut the video at that. Robbins drive-through south border of Chicago. Everybody, God bless.